In this video, I am going to be showing you how to share your mesmerschools.org Google Calendar and or other calendars that you might want to share with other people on faculty and staff. To start, you need to open your calendar program, which can be accessed through your email interface as shown on the screen, and up in the upper left-hand corner, you click on Calendar. This will open up the home page for Google Calendar. Remembering the document that you may have already looked at, just kind of generally telling you about Google Calendar, we have this pane on the left-hand side of the window which shows all of your calendars. Those are calendars you have created, and or the actual calendar that was assigned to you when your Google account was opened with Google Apps. You also have other calendars. These are calendars which other people have created and or have shared with you. What we're going to do to be able to share our individual calendar with other people at Mesmer is to click on the arrow that's to the right-hand side of the listing for your username at mesmerschools.org, that calendar. So we click there, and we're going to go down to share this calendar. What opens up now are the settings for the Google Calendar, in this case with my username at mesmerschools.org. Notice how the tab that is open and that we're looking at is labeled Share This Calendar. Now, I have many different options when it comes to sharing the calendar. I can share the calendar with others, and that would be checking here. And I can choose, if I choose that one, sharing this calendar with others, I can make it public, which means that anyone who has a Gmail account, not just those people at Mesmer, but anyone, would be able to see my calendar. If I choose that option, I have several different things that I can choose from. Nope, I guess I only have one. If I make the calendar public, that means everyone who has a Gmail account in the world, they'll only be able to see my free and busy times. If I want to share this calendar with everyone at Mesmer Catholic Schools, then I do have two choices for that option. If I'm only sharing with people at Mesmer, you can see I can share all the event details, which means a person can click on the event and open up the same page that I used to create the event. All the pertinent information would be visible. They can't change it, but they can see it. Or I can make it so that they only see my free and busy times. So that's the one I'm going to choose, because we're going to use that later on in the video where I show you how to set up a meeting and to invite individuals to that meeting. So we're going to leave that checked. The other option for sharing my calendar with others is to invite only specific people to share that calendar. So down here at the bottom of this window, you see where it says Share with Specific People. What I can do is I can click where it says Enter Email Address, and I can put an email address in there. And I'm just going to, for the sake of demonstration here, I've entered Mike's email address. Anyone whose email address you put in up here, and let's put Jennifer Morris's in there too, and how about Chad Hoffman, my co-worker in the tech department. So now all of those people, their names followed by their email address appear below my own name. When I choose to share my calendar with just specific people, I then can choose how much of my calendar I would like to share with them. So I go over to this drop-down menu to the right of their name, and I can see that I have the same two possibilities I had up here when I was sharing the calendar with everyone at Mesmer Catholic Schools, which are to see all the event details or see only the free and busy times. But I also have two additional choices here. I can allow individual people to make changes to the events. This means they can actually go in and change things using that create event page or edit event page that we looked at in the document that can be found on this website. So that one is making changes to event. This one, the one above it, is that they could make changes and manage the sharing, which means they can then share my calendar with other people of their choice. This one gives them the same type of rights that you as the owner of the calendar has. The one below it, the one that I just talked about, kind of limits how many rights they have. All they can do is they can make changes. They can't share the calendar with anyone else. The next one down limits their rights even more, which says all they can do is look at my event and the details associated with it. And the last one almost completely locks them out. It only lets them see your free and busy times, which we set when we actually create an event. So you can decide how much or how little, as far as rights go, that you want to grant to each person. Perhaps you entered a wrong email address. Perhaps you no longer want to share this calendar with people. Notice that there is a little garbage can to the far right of the person's name. I just click on the garbage can and they are gone. As soon as I have who I want to share my calendar chosen, whether it be everyone at Mesmer or specific people, all I have to do to save those changes is to click on Save, and then I'm taken back to my calendar. My calendar doesn't look much different, but if I want to make sure that I have the settings that I have or that I want to have, I'm going to go to Calendar Settings. Same screen almost, but here I'm going to click on the Share My Calendar, and we're back to that screen. That's all there is to sharing your calendar. So you might want to set up a calendar or at least allow some of your coworkers to share the calendar that you already have so that you can see when each person is available or free, when they're busy, what's going on, and make it a little bit easier to be able to find a shared time that maybe your department or your coworkers can meet to discuss different activities. That's it for sharing a calendar using Google Calendar. Stay tuned for the next installment of this series, which is creating a meeting and then inviting guests to that meeting. That'll be next.